Nagbabalik na naman ang inyong tagapaglingkod ng mga balita at pawang katotohanan lamang. Naging mainit nga na usapin sa mundo ng social media sa gitna ng kaguluhan. Inilahad ni Lisa Smugs ang matinding akusasyon laban kay Tambaluslos. Ipinunto niya na si Tambaluslos ay naging susi sa mga operasyon ng lokohan ng kanilang grupo. Agad nang nagwala si Tambaluslos matapos marinig ang mga pahayag ni Lisa Smugs. Walang pag-aatubiling iniwan ni Tambaluslos ang lugar bilang pagtakas na nalalantad na katotohanan. Ang kanyang biglaang pag-alis ay nagdulot ng pagkalito at matinding pangamba sa mga nakasaksi. Ayon sa mga ulat, matagal nang tinatago ang mga kasalanan ng grupo sa likod ng mga lihim na gawain. Lumikas ang ilan habang iba naman ay nagsimulang magtanong kung sino pa ang sangkot sa kalokohan. Naglaglaga na ang mga magkakasabwat sa mga kalokohan. Sigaw ni Lisa Smugs na umalingaw-ngaw sa mga lansangan. Ang kanyang matapang na pahayag ay nagbigay daan sa masinsinang imbestigasyon laban sa may mga sala. Maraming mamamayan ang nagpahayag ng suporta at panawagan ni Lisa Smugs para sa katarungan. Ngunit dito nga natin makikita na talagang ang sumisigaw nga ng katarungan na ito ay tila kampon nga rin ni Lisa Smugs na talagang inilaglag ng tuluyan itong si Tambaluslos para maging whistleblower. Dito nga natin makikita na talagang naglalaglagan na nga ang magkakakampi dahil lamang sa salapi. Well mga kaibigan, para nga sa karagdagang impormasyon, panoorin nga natin ang buong video. At kung bago ka lamang sa aking channel, huwag kalimutan i-click ang subscribe button at notification bell para lagi kang updated sa ating mga bagong video. At para sa sulit viewers natin dyan, maraming salamat sa walang sawang pagsuporta.
May pagka-sarcastic ako, pero I do it in a fun way. Kasi it's my own way of releasing my angst, my anger, and my annoyance to all these government officials who are not doing their job. It's my way of expression. Yun lang yun.
So, papatawag ka kayang sa way of expression mo.
Oo. Pwede kayang mag-request ka na video cam appearance para wakwakan mo sila.
I don't even know who to, like for example.
Wala kaming invitations.
Okay, ganito. Papadala ko sa iyo yung contact person sa committee. Sabi mo, i-arrange. Dahil yung mamamatay tao na na-convict na, pinayagan nila mag-testify by video cam.
Yeah.
Diba? Tapos yung iba na hindi sumisipot, gaya ko, pinapakulong. Miski 3 beses na ako sumipot at 30 hours na ako nag-testify. No? So, I think you should insist na mag-video ka dahil ikaw ay nasa Amerika and but still you want to be heard as a Filipino, no? At unlike yung mga ibang vloggers kasi na pwede nilang ipakulong, hindi ka naman niya makukulong. Actually, Maharlika, I suggest also you dare them. Hoy, gusto kong mag-testify diyan although ikaw talaga hindi ka nila papayagan.
Magiging yung parang impersonator, yung dalawang personality.
AI?
Yung kalahati ko, si political witch boy. Yung
schizophrenic ang tawag. Oo.
Pwede bang AI?
No, but I think I will send you the name of the COMSEC para mag-arrange ka ng video. And Maharlika, you should also offer to appear. Dahil ikaw ang pinakamaingay sa lahat ng vloggers. Ikaw ang number 1. At sabihin mong, excuse me, hindi ako nagpe-fake news. Kritisismo lamang.
Excuse me, hindi ako nagpe-fake news. Nagjujutang Genemes lang ako.
I think we should, Maharlika. I think we should join. I mean, para lang...
I would love to.
Yeah, exactly what I'm saying. I mean, the first thing that I did is look for the email. Sabi ko baka may na-miss ako
Wala kaming invitation. Nilagay kami sa dyaryo.
Right.
Walang receive na invitation pero nasa dyaryo.
Dapat formal, may invitation tayo. Oy, Hubadero. Dan Fernandez Hubadero. Andyan yung email ko, Maharlika Network at Proton Mail. Alam ko nanonood ka, julol ka.
Yeah.
Messenger na lang niya i-send. Diba sa'yo? Madali lang yan. Or
pwede lang
podcast pa niya. Wala naman problema.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, nung tinawagan ako sa PIDEA, binigyan din ako ng invitation sa PIDEA Leaks ng Senate. willing naman ako mag-testify via Zoom. Ayaw nila. Mukhang
natakot
nasisundak sila sa alindog ko.
So can you imagine for the resources speaker, how many days ba ang House hearing na yan? 1 day, 2 days, or something?
Supposedly,
well, we don't know. We don't know kasi eleksyon na.
Well,
so I think ang plano nila
i-contempt.
I-contempt para ikulong at ipalabas pagtapos na eleksyon.
Doon ba yun?
Paano nila tayo mako-contempt dito, Maharlika?
Sa panaginip nila.
Sa panaginip lang, mako-contempt sila.
And you know what? Dahil sa ginawa nilang ito, and actually, to be honest with you guys, I deleted all of my videos on YouTube kasi as you all know, I was a diehard Bongbong supporter back then. Tapos ang dami kong video, right? I deleted, dinipoliticize ko talaga because I was really disappointed. Wala ka na makikita doon. And then this morning was like a wake-up call for me. Sabi ko, you know what? Maybe somebody is telling me to do it all over again. And you know what? I think I'm gonna have to go FB Live more often simula ngayon.
Yes.
Kasi this is not about in aid of legislation or something, because if it is, he would have sent us a link to whatever laws na i-improve natin or whatever policies na i-improve natin. But there's nothing. I received nothing. What is there for me to read and analyze so that I could contribute something to make the laws and policies better? Nothing. So in my mind, sabi ko, this guy is trying to intimidate me. And if he's trying to intimidate me, well, guess what? You'll be seeing a lot of Reyna Elena in the next few days.
Yeah, love it.
Yun yung hindi nila nagigets actually. The more nila ipupush ang isang tulads mo sa wall, lalong lalaban yan.
Yeah.
Ano talaga pag-guess ng psychology? Ang boblat.
Yeah.
Spokes, mag-mute ka. Yeah.
Naka-mute ka.
Hindi. Mag-mute siya kasi may eksena siya. Yeah, that's true. So, ngayon, hindi na tayo matutulog, Reyna. Babakbakan na natin sila ng bonggang-bongga.
No,
Diba?
I mean,
Combine. Forces.
Minsan nga talaga hindi ako natutulog. Nakikinig ako sa iyo, nakikinig ako sa mga hearings and everything. Nire-record ko pa yan noon. But, you know, if I had to go back with my life back then, I don't have any problem. You know, any average Filipino prefers or wants a good governance. Lahat naman tayo nangangarap ng good governance. Kung bakit naman kasi these people who are in government right now, pwede ba? Alam naman natin na nangungurap kayo. Huwag nyo namang ubusin. Mag-iwan naman kayo for the little ones like us. You know what I mean? Harap-harap pangkukurap to the point na yung ginawa lang nila. Ito nakakatawa. Kasi before going into this live, I was trying to Google and I said, you know what? It's funny because they copied the Maharlika Fund sa Norway with the Norway Fund. Sabi ko, I was wondering what they are doing with the fake news over at Norway. So ginugol ko, sabi ko, ano kayang ginagawa nila sa Norway? Ang ginawa nila sa Norway, yung mga newspapers doon, media outfit, nag-consolidate sila and they created, you know, a group na nag-check ng news, social media, mga policies, tawag nito, yung mga statements ng mga politicians, inaalam nila kung ano ang tunay doon. And then I found out na isa sa pag-control nila ng fake news is critical thinking. And I was like, Jesus Christ, you have critical thinking here on the other side, and then you have the BICOM budget on the other side. What I mean is that ang pag-control pala ng fake news is education. Tapos tinanggalan nila ng budget sa BICOM. So we need education para maturuan natin yung mga Filipino kids and students on critical thinking, right? Para malabanan natin yung fake news. So bakit ganon?
Binabaan nila yung pondo.
Right. In essence, these people at the House of Representatives are not doing any critical thinking. So they're basically inviting the 40 of us or the 38 to assist them in thinking radically.
That one I like.
Can you imagine?
Radically. Oh my God. You're so right.
Kailangan nila ng 38 bloggers, DDS bloggers to help them think critically. Oh.
They radically actually ang gusto nila.
Yeah.
Hindi sila satisfied sa level natin right now. Hindi sila satisfied. Ang gusto na i-level up pa natin. Level up pa natin to. Yung ginagawa natin.
Hindi sila satisfied kasi tayo yung representative ng truth and talagang totoong balita. Kaya nga gusto nila tayong i-contempt doon sa Congress. At sabi nga kanina ni Attorney Trix at ni Joe, you know, parating na yung eleksyon, talagang gusto tayong ikulong. Palabas, sabi mo nga, Prof. Ana, napapalabasin tayo o papalabasin yung mga makukontempt nila after election na.
Kasi yun pa ulit pagbubukas yan eh. Oo, di ba?
Kaya yung mga OFWs at yung mga immigrants, wag muna kayong mag-travel sa Philippines up until May.
Wag muna.
Wag muna.
Yeah, may gusto bang mag-join sa atin while si Reyna nandito?
So far kasi walang nagtaas na ng kamay eh.
Si Sir Ado nandito, meron yata siyang gustong sabihin.
Si Sir Ado, okay, mamaya ha, sandali. I-unmute ko siya. Okay, unmute. Unmute na po, Kaado. Add to pin.
Yeah.
Gusto pong i-unmute, Kaado. Ayan.
Kaado,
okay.
Yan.
Wala naman, okay. Ayan, Kaado.
Kanina, yung pinakinggan ko kanina si Mr. Indonesia, medyo bitin. But I think his general direction is between blogs and rallies. There is really no organized action, as in what we know sa US kasi. Nandyan yung lobbying, no, yung formal art of lobbying. And I don't mean yung lobbying for vested interest, no. I mean lobbying per se. Mga organized groups who form positions on issues and really go the corridors of Congress to talk to affected congressmen and senators, arguing their position, giving their position, and arguing their case, and forming a critical mass within the legislative process to create not just a diverse opinion, but sometimes even an agreeing position on issues. Now, in the situation we have in Congress now, this may be very difficult because lahat yan bayad ni Tambalos-Los, no? But there are still some people there who are in dire need of objective information. So the great divide between truth and untruth, facts and fake news is so wide. It's so wide. Wala akong alam, no? And ang mga magaling dito, ito mga kaliwa, ito mga akbayan, ito mga makabayan group, no? Sila ang may mga puwersa who works this congressman into kung hindi man magawa sa Congress at first, miski sa Senate man lang. Alam nyo, sa hearings, wala naman dyan magpupunta kundi yung mga gusto lang nilang marinig talaga. Ay yung initiative nasa kanila. 24 lang yung senador. Pero alam natin ito, Ana, kasi, you know, even early on, nilalabi natin yung sila Marcoleta, di ba? And we really go there and talk to them about issues, present to them the facts of a case pertaining to issues. Pero walang gumagawa niya wala ko alam na gumagawa niya na at saka kung meron man, hindi marami. Hindi marami. Alam ko, ginagawa yan ni Glenn Chong, no? In fact, they do something to be invited sa mga hearings and all that stuff. But I think the distance between blogs and rallies is so wide that the critical thinking is very shallow in between. Lalo na yung debate sa South China Seas. Grabe ang grabe ang nagagawang inroads ng propaganda over facts. Yun lang pag-handle ng mga ships where they always say na the Chinese ships are harassing Philippine ships. Nobody seems to be interested about the international regulations, no? Yung tinatawag na collision regulations. And doon makita mo talaga na talagang yung propaganda led by somebody like Jay Tariela, for instance. At talagang napakalakas, no? Eko pa yan ni na Jonathan Malaya, eko pa yan ni na Ed Anyo, sila, no? Nagbabato. A, B, C, D, E, D, C, B, A, pabalik-balik. Bato pakaliwa, bato pakanan. Tapos, i-echo pa sila ng print media. Yung mga maling narratives nila, no?
Sila ipatawag po, Kado, no? Kasi baka bordering sila ng fake news.
They're making legislation on the basis of untruths, of fake news, no?
I have a question.
Like this maritime zones law, the basis of maritime law is a big fake news.
Sir Kado, may question po si Reyna.
Okay.
Mr. Ado, I have a question. I thought I heard you say na in terms of fake news, mas maganda, it is better to invite the left. Parang ganun ang narinig ko or something with you. Would you expound on that?
Invite ang left sa hearing?
Ang sinasabi ko,
yeah,
yung mga kaliwa, they do this. They do the lobbying.
But the lobbying is on the streets.
No, you don't lobby in the streets. You demonstrate on the streets.
Yeah, kaya nga, yung demonstration, aka lobbying.
lobbying is talking to the specific legislators and presenting your views. We somewhat assume also na when we blog or when we demonstrate sa streets, alam nila yung mga arguments na pino-forward natin. There is no organized way of really talking to them face to face and confronting them with our positions. Yun lang ang akin, no? Born out of yung sinasabi ni Mr. Indonesia kanina na they go to the parliament, they talk to, yun ang gist of what he was saying. So yun lang ang akin, no? Perhaps there could be the third action that could be done.
Oh, thank you, Kado. Thank you po. Okay. Sis, andito pa si Reyna. Reyna, ano yung message mo sa ating mga 40, 38? At
40 or 38.
Yeah, kasi double personality si Sis Marlica dyan.
Double trouble.
Double trouble.
Ang para sa akin, if you read the news, right? If you read the news, it really sounds noble because this is helping out the legislators to sort of, assist them in making better laws to control fake news kasi nga this is affecting the Filipino people. However, I wanted everybody, the 40, including the imaginary 2 other bloggers, to think that if the House of Representatives is truly intent on calling the 40 to assist them in making the particular laws better, why are they not inviting the bloggers from the pro-BBM side? Why have they not invited some of the journalists from some of the media outfits? Kasi they too are guilty of fake news, and we all know about that. So, that being said, no matter how noble what you read on the media, I want you to think that this may not really be about helping them on crafting new laws, because this, like I said, this is not really, or this might not really be in aid of legislation, because there's really nothing to be legislated. Kasi nga, I've already heard several times in so many FB Lives, especially by Attorney Harry Roque, that we already have a slew of laws like libel, cyber libel, and everything to control and or manage fake news. So for me, this is really more like in aid of intimidation. They're trying to intimidate us. They're trying to silence us on free speech. Now, what is free speech? Now, at the end of the day, tayo rin as bloggers, we should also be responsible, because while free speech allows us to write and talk anything that we want, there are consequences. And like I said, there are already laws that controls, what do you call this? We have the libel, we have inciting to sedition or something, or we have national security, and then, fake news. So with all of this, meron na mga laws and everything, isipin na lang natin that this might not really be about crafting or making laws better. I think this is really all about trying to intimidate us, trying to silence us. What we can do is we need to be even more vigilant. We need to even be, on a really good fighting mode to assert what we want and what we aspire for a better Philippines. Because, they promised us a better Philippines, but they never really delivered on it. Binudol nila tayo eh. And this is actually the reason why we're here. And this is actually the reason why they called us, because they wanted to reign over us. They wanted to be sure na kaya pa nila tayong budulin. And they cannot budulize us anymore.
Like
That
the
is a word.
budulize.
I heard it from you. You know, so wag tayong matakot. Ituloy lang natin.
Bulldozer them without
bulldoze them, you know? Yes.
Without fighting, yeah.
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 So, yun lang ang message ko. And we also have to look up to like bloggers like Maharlika. Si Maharlika lang talagang tinadtad na ng todo. You know, when I grow up, I want to be Maharlika.
Oh, thanks, Rain. Yeah, ano talaga to? Censorship and retribution ng Bangag administration. Yun lang yun.
In aid of persecution yan.
Lahat.
Oo, in aid of persecution.
In aid,
so,
yes.
So, thank you so much for me being here and be able to share something. I hope I was able to, you know, contribute something good and I'll see you around.
You're always amazing, Reina. Hope to see you soon.
Yeah. And please,
thanks, Rains.
Yung vlog,
yung YouTube, pag dumating invitation, ano? Or mag-register sa kanila para bongga ang kanilang hearing.
Of course.
Makabutin sila ng 1 million live viewers.
Sige.
May manood sa kanila, di ba?
Exactly.
Walang manonood.
No,
ang gaganda kaya natin.
Ito, cover up. Ito yung, dagdag ko lang, bago ko makalimutan, although nabanggit ko sa vlog ko, itong hearing na ito, to cover up that
the budget.
BICAM.
The BICAM.
BICAM committee. Diversion lang yun.
It's diversion.
It's just a diversion.
Diversion lang. I-divert the issue. But anyway, tayo ang magda-divert sa kanila. Sa putay.
We're gonna be staying focused. Ako naka-focus ako sa economics and finance of the country. Binibilang ko yung loans na may pangatlo na nga yata eh.
Oo, mayroon na.
Yan ang pag-usapan natin, Rain. Mag-collab ulit tayo katulad ng ginagawa natin dati.
At saka
sige, I mean, you know, call me and... Okay.
Reina, ano na tayo? Nasa ano tayo? At sa stock market, nasa ano tayo? Medyo na ang stock market na bear market territory na tayo sa stock market. Ibig sabihin lower.
Can you imagine? Sabagay, it's a good way. It's a good time to be buying stocks.
Yeah, for those people.
But not in the Philippines, perhaps, because
no, I don't think so.
Consumer confidence is so down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So anyway, Maharlika, just call me anytime or something.
Of course.
If I'm free, I'll join. All right. And Professor Ana, thank you for me being here. And see Attorney Harry Roque, kung nasaan ka man. Bye.
All right, friends. Take care.
Thank you.
Talk to you soon.
Talk to you.
All right. So, I think may mga gusto magsalita. Si Sir Cecilio Javier ba? Mukhang gusto yata ni Sir magsalita.
Oo, sige. Asan? Wait. Ano ko siya? Cecilio Javier. Okay, sir. Pwede niyong i-unmute na yung sarili niyo at ipipin ko po kayo para makita kayo. Yan. Sir, okay, you have the floor po, sir.
Hi, Sir Cecilio. Mayong...
Hey, arama ko day.
Mayong buntag.
Mayong buntag. Kanang salamat yung dako sa inyong gihimo. Hey, pero I don't know tama ang akong gihunahuna para ni Trixie o ni Harry Roque. Anong di man ta maghimo og petisyon? Hey, it's sama sa giingon ni Attorney Trixie, it's an outright curtailment of every Filipino citizens under the Article 3 of Bill of Rights, Section 4. Ang gihimo karon sa Congress, dili gud maayo. Unya, I don't know, legal ba na ang mohimo tag petition? Ayo, og ako gyud papirmahon, pirma na ko nga i-abolish na lang sila.
Yeah.
Ako, 1986, I was in EDSA for 3 nights and 4 days. Never, mahadlo ko na ng mga tawhana. Basta kag gilapasan nila akong katungod. Wadyo ko'y kahadlok. Pero pag i-question ang akong pagkatao, kaloy sa Diyos, 30 anyos na ko wala sa Pilipinas, pero wadyo ko mag-Canadian citizen. I love my country. Muna, pwede ta come up ta sa paghimo og petisyon na i-abolish na lagi ng Congress lagi. Ay sobra na. Di anak, both the legislative body, upper and lower house, is not serving the Filipino citizen. The concrete example is that BICAM report. Pangawat yun. Siguro na ako sa Pilipinas, ambot lang, nadyo ko sa kasada pirmi. Dili na yun maayo. Naatay mga anak,